God is not a distant figure. God is a frequency. And this truth has been hidden from humanity for centuries. From your very first breath, lies have been placed before your eyes. Truths were distorted, silenced, buried beneath layers of control. Have you ever wondered why anxiety never seems to go away? Why illness shows up even when you're trying to live right? Why so many inner conflicts feel like they have no end? None of this is by accident. You're trapped in an artificial frequency, carefully designed to keep you stagnant, weak, and vulnerable, caught in a vibrational matrix that feeds on your pain. The world we live in is like a massive web of waves, and those waves shape the way you feel, think, and experience life. But here's the truth few dare to reveal. There is an ancient wisdom, forbidden, censored, hidden by an elite who have always known of its existence. A wisdom that not only heals disease and dissolves anguish, but holds the power to completely reprogram your reality. And the most surprising part? This knowledge has always been within reach for those who dare to seek it. But you've been kept in the dark. For one clear reason: knowledge is power. And that power was never meant to be in your hands until now. While most live like puppets, tuned into a collective frequency of fear, lack, and suffering, a very small and silent group has learned to manipulate the invisible waves of existence. They discovered a code, a hidden vibrational pattern used by ancient civilizations and visionaries like Nikola Tesla, not only to achieve technological breakthroughs, but infinite prosperity, deep healing, and the full expansion of consciousness. But be careful. What you're about to uncover will challenge everything that's been programmed into your mind. Get ready to dive into a journey of profound revelations. A journey that might just turn your entire perception of the world upside down. Because from this moment on, nothing will ever be the same. Your current reality, everything you feel, experience, and attract, is a direct reflection of the frequencies you emit every single day, even if you don't realize it. Environments filled with negativity, toxic people, constant conflict, all of it lowers your vibration, and when your frequency drops, your reality contracts. You begin to see fewer possibilities. Life feels harder, heavier, but there is a way out. Start small. Place crystals or harmonic shapes in your home. This is known as biogeometry. Spend more time in nature. It vibrates at a frequency that purifies, heals, lifts, and you, as energy, begin to resonate with it. Gradually, you'll realize you're not just existing, you are co-creating. And every thought, every emotion, every choice sends out a vibrational signature to the universe. Small shift might seem insignificant today, but imagine repeating that shift every single day, for weeks, months, years. The sum of those small frequencies has the power to completely transform your reality. Between the veils of time, there exists a wisdom that refuses to be forgotten. Like a whisper echoing across civilizations, it resounds in the ruins, in the forests, in the stars, an echo of vibrational wisdom that connects all things. The ancients knew this. Egyptians, Mayans, Vedas, Aboriginals. They didn't just see the world with their eyes. They felt the vibration of stones, rivers, wind, even thoughts. They believed that everything holds a unique frequency, like an energetic fingerprint, and that by harmonizing this frequency, one could heal the body, balance the mind, and transform the soul. To them, science and spirituality were never separate. Everything was part of one unified vibrational field. In ancient Egypt, healing. Temples didn't rely solely on herbs or prayers. They used sacred sounds, resonances, and chants precisely tuned to specific frequencies. Many of these temples still echo with natural sounds in 432 Hertz, a frequency known to align body, mind, and spirit with the universal rhythms of creation. So why was this information hidden? Because it gives power. Power to break free from the matrix. Power to heal yourself. Power to awaken. And anything that empowers the individual is a threat to those who seek to control the collective. This vibrational science didn't disappear. It was simply concealed from ordinary eyes, safeguarded by secret orders, monks, alchemists, shamans, passed down through generations like a sacred code. Because as Hermes Trismegistus once said, as above, so below. The microcosm mirrors the macrocosm. Your inner vibration shapes your outer reality, and here lies the crucial point. To manipulate these frequencies without awareness is like placing lightning in the hands of a child. That's why this knowledge has always demanded wisdom, maturity, and pure intention. But now something is shifting. A new wave of awakening is rising. Thousands are feeling the vibrational call. The veil is beginning to fall. And what was once secret is becoming revelation. And maybe you're here right now, not by chance, but because a part of you has already remembered that reality is not fixed, remembered that suffering is not your destiny, remembered that there is something beyond the visible, something that pulses, vibrates, sings, something that has always been with you, the divine frequency. And when you tap into that frequency, everything changes. The body gets sick less, the mind clears, time slows down, intuition expands, and you begin to attract not what you want, but what you have become, because in the end you don't attract what you want, you attract what you vibrate. And now that this truth has been planted in your heart, what will you do with it? You can choose to ignore it, or you can follow the call and allow yourself to remember what was never truly forgotten, the sacred frequency that pulses in all things. We are living in an era of reconnection, a time when ancient mysteries, once buried beneath the weight of fear, skepticism, and control, are rising again from the shadows. What was once called mystical is now merging with the language of modern science. And what was mocked for centuries is now being proven, measured, felt. Thanks to the breakthroughs in quantum physics, neuroscience, and contemporary spirituality, we are finally reclaiming sacred knowledge the ancients already understood, and that many of us have simply forgotten. Everything vibrates, and vibration creates reality. This is not just a beautiful metaphor, it is the foundation of all existence. Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest minds in history, once said, "If you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." And today, that truth is being rediscovered, not just in secret temples, but in clinics, laboratories, and meditation centers all around the world. Practices like sound therapy, using Tibetan singing bowls, sacred mantras, and music tuned to 528 Hertz, known as the frequency of love, are being used to balance emotions, restore the body, and access deep states of consciousness. In Germany, advanced treatment centers are already applying specific frequencies to treat neurological disorders, and the results are not just promising, they're astonishing. But perhaps the most remarkable realization is this. This wisdom isn't locked away in some distant laboratory. It pulses within you. Dr. Masaru Emoto conducted experiments with water that forever changed how we understand vibration. He proved that words, emotions, and sounds have the power to alter the molecular structure of water. Words of love create beautiful, harmonious crystals. Words of hate form chaotic, disfigured, fragmented patterns. Now think about this. More than 70% of your body is made of water. What you say, what you hear, what you think is shaping you every single second. A single word can be healing, or it can be poison. And this is where a silent revolution begins. More and more people are waking up. awakening to the truth that they are not passive victims of reality, but vibrational co-creators of it. And that changes everything. When we tune our inner frequencies through meditation, conscious breathing, harmonic music, or simply reconnecting with nature, we align with a higher field, a field where everything begins to organize, where chaos takes shape, where the invisible gains color. This is true spiritual technology. It doesn't require devices, nor dogmas. Want to start now? When you wake up, play music tuned to 432 Hz. Repeat mantras like Om Mani Padme Hum throughout your day, or simply sit in silence for 5 minutes. Breathe. Feel. That simple. That deep. This wisdom isn't some distant theory. It's a practice, a way of life. It's not about searching for the sacred only in temples, but recognizing it in the sound of the wind, in the song of a bird, in a child's laughter, and in the silent beating of your own heart. The magical frequency reminds us everything is alive, everything speaks, everything sings. The question is, do you know how to listen? What if we could learn to speak with the universe, not with words, but with vibration? What if our emotions, thoughts, and actions vibrated in total harmony with the reality we wish to create? Would we, in the end, become true alchemists of existence? These are the questions that thousands are beginning to ask. The answers still rest in silence, waiting for those brave enough to go beyond the surface, beyond the obvious, beyond the veil, because the greatest key isn't in what we hear with our ears, but in what we feel vibrating when everything goes still, when silence aligns with ancestral wisdom. Everything changes. The inner world reorganizes. The outer world responds. And now, at the edge where ancient knowledge meets the latest advances. In science, a new field of healing is being born: frequency therapy. What was once seen as mysticism is now being validated by universities, doctors, and scientists. After all, matter is nothing more than vibration at different levels of density. Researchers at Yale University have shown that specific mechanical vibrations can regenerate bone tissue faster than traditional treatments. At MIT, scientists have documented how low-frequency sound impulses can alter the behavior of cells, even cancer cells. This is no longer about belief, it's about evidence. And at the heart of it all lies an ancient and powerful principle: resonance. Just like a crystal glass shatters when struck by its exact frequency, our cells also respond, positively or negatively, to the sounds and vibrations around us. Every cell in your body has its own note, its own harmony. And when it's touched by the right frequency, it awakens, it heals, it blooms. But when it's out of tune, it withers or it breaks down. Everything is vibrating, everything is sending a message. Are you listening? The frequency of God is not found only on altars. It's in your breath, in your awareness, in the invisible sound of your energy field. One of the most promising fields is vibrational oncology. In a study led by Dr. Anthony Holland, frequencies between 100 kHz and 300 kHz were able to destabilize cancer cell membranes without affecting the healthy cells nearby. These discoveries paved the way for devices that don't rely on drugs or radiation, only sound, as if healing could truly come in the form of music. And maybe it can. Today, frequency therapy is already being applied in practice across several countries. Specialized clinics use bioresonance machines, pulsed electromagnetic field, PEMF devices, and therapeutic sound synthesizers to treat everything from insomnia and anxiety to chronic pain and inflammation. The key difference? There are no side effects because the body is treated as an energy field, not just a biological machine. This integration between empirical and intuitive approaches reignites something long forgotten, a holistic vision of the human being. Instead of isolating symptoms, vibrational medicine seeks to harmonize the system as a whole, recognizing that emotions, thoughts, and habits also generate frequencies that affect our internal balance. Anger, for instance, vibrates around 150 Hz, while feelings like gratitude and compassion go beyond 500 Hz. It's no coincidence that elevated emotional states are associated with a stronger immune system. For those looking to incorporate this wisdom into daily life, there are simple ways to begin. Listening to music composed in 528 Hz, said to help with DNA regeneration, or 396 Hz, known to assist in the release of emotional trauma. Using binaural beat apps, which stimulate the brain to enter deeper states of relaxation. This journey toward vibrational medicine does not replace traditional medicine. It expands it. It proposes an integrative model, where technology is guided by a more subtle and sensitive understanding of the human being. After all, as Nobel Prize-winning physicist Max Planck once said, all matter is energy vibrating at a specific frequency. If that's true, then we can no longer see the body as separate from the mind, nor health as merely the absence of disease. We're talking about a shift in consciousness, where healing is not just about taking a pill, but aligning with the right frequency, the one that resonates with the original harmony of life. This approach also invites us to rethink our role in the healing process. Instead of being passive patients, we become active participants, choosing what we consume, how we feel, what we listen to, and therefore, what we vibrate. It's a kind of medicine that requires responsibility, inner listening, and above, or reconnection with something greater, the universe itself, which pulses in invisible notes, perceivable only to those who learn how to tune in. Behind the scenes of human history, a silent revolution is gaining momentum, not through weapons or ideologies, but through frequencies, vibrations, and consciousness. It is the long-awaited reunion of two worlds, separated for ages: ancient wisdom and modern technology. Though some see this union as unlikely, it is inevitable for those who understand that the universe has always been an energetic dance, now perceived both through the mystic's inner vision and the scientist's instruments. For millennia, ancient peoples viewed the cosmos as a vast, moving orchestra. Nothing stood still. Everything vibrated, from shamanic chants to the sacred geometry of Egyptian temples. Everything reflected the understanding that harmony between the human being and the universe was governed by invisible yet powerful frequencies. This knowledge, passed down orally through generations, included practices designed to restore inner and outer balance, whether through sound, breath, body movement, or rituals synchronized with the cycles of nature. Today, with the advances of neuroscience, quantum physics, and biofeedback technologies, we are beginning to see that these traditions were not superstition. Quite the opposite. They were foresight, and science is just now starting to confirm them with microscopic precision. A clear example is vibrational medicine. Devices that emit specific frequencies to regenerate tissue, reduce inflammation, or even modulate emotional states. Biotech companies and research centers are developing tools that measure and adjust the electromagnetic field of the human body, guided by the same principles once used by healers and spiritual masters of the past. Bracelets that monitor heart coherence, therapeutic beds with binaural sounds, quantum frequency scanners. These innovations are inspired, even if indirectly, by ancient methods that saw the body not as a machine, but as an energetic field in constant interaction with the cosmos. This convergence is more than just a scientific twist. It's shaping a new worldview where the invisible is no longer dismissed. For the first time in centuries, science is open to dialogue with mysticism, without prejudice. Instead of ridiculing what cannot yet be measured, it now seeks more refined ways to measure what was once only intuited. Studies in bioelectromagnetism show that our organs and vital systems emit subtle fields that can be altered by thoughts, emotions, and sound. It's no surprise that some pioneering clinics are already integrating vibrational modulation devices into conventional treatments, achieving results that challenge traditional logic. A patient with chronic pain may find more relief in a sound bath tuned to 528 Hertz than in powerful painkillers, with no side effects, only vibrational realignment. But this union of past and future goes beyond health. It touches how we relate to reality itself. Portable EEG devices with high-precision sensors now show in real time how meditation transforms brain waves, expanding neural connections, reducing inflammation, and promoting deep calm. None of this is news to monks, mystics, and spiritual seekers who have practiced these techniques for centuries. The difference now is we see the data behind the magic. And the most fascinating part, technology does not replace tradition. It decodes it. Each new sensor, each new discovery about human and cosmic vibration confirms what the ancients always knew. The universe is made of harmonic patterns, and by tuning ourselves to them, life flows with more clarity, health, and purpose. We can see this synergy reflected in the design of healing environments, such as hospitals built with biophilic architecture and harmonic acoustics. These spaces are intentionally created to emit subtle frequencies that soothe the nervous system and promote recovery. They echo the practices of ancient temples, where every detail, from ambient sound to altar geometry, was crafted to heal, elevate, and transform. We are, therefore, on the edge of a new paradigm. A paradigm where spirituality becomes tangible, science more intuitive, and technology a tool of reconnection. The goal is not just to cure diseases, but to access deeper layers of the being. Where true realignment happens, the body is not just matter. It is field, vibration, frequency. And in this new world that is being born, emerging technologies serve as extensions of our intuition, devices that read someone's energy field and suggest rebalancing frequencies, algorithms that transform emotions into healing sounds, platforms that analyze the environment and recommend purification rituals inspired by indigenous traditions. It is the age where ritual meets code, and ancestral oral teachings are interpreted in the language of data. Far from being a passing trend, this fusion represents the birth of a new kind of knowledge, a knowledge that honors the past, envisions the future, and remains rooted in the now. There is a type of knowledge that is not learned from books. It reveals itself little by little, like listening to an ancient melody, forgotten but always within us. It is a subtle call, an invitation not just to observe the world, but to engage with it, to vibrate in tune, in harmony, in full awareness. And perhaps, within this collective awakening, the greatest discovery is not in the machines or formulas, but in something infinitely more subtle, the remembrance that we ourselves are vibrational instruments. We are capable of adjusting our frequency, healing our field, and resonating with the cosmic symphony. If we are instruments, have you ever stopped to ask, what note are you vibrating now? Emotions are not just internal states, they are frequencies. They vibrate, shape, and transform the reality around us. Like human radios, we are constantly emitting signals to the universe, and, like an invisible dial, what we emit is exactly what we receive in return. It is at this turning point that contemporary knowings, such as the teachings of Bashar, a non-physical consciousness channeled by Darrell Anker, and emerging areas like biogeometry, meet in the same truth. Emotional states are frequencies, and more than that, they define the type, quality, and nature of the reality we experience. Bashar insists that there is a frequency that stands out above all others: excitement, not the fleeting artificial euphoria, but true exhilaration. That electric vibration that arises when we feel we are exactly where we are meant to be. He calls this the signal of your higher self, a built-in cosmic GPS guiding us toward the path most aligned with who we truly are. According to Bashar, following this emotion is like surfing the waves of a reality where everything flows with more lightness, synchronicity, and meaning. Dr. Ibrahim Karim, Egyptian physicist and engineer, creator of biogeometry, arrives at the same conclusion, but through a different path. He studies how shapes, colors, and proportions can generate harmony in the body and in the environment, raising our vibrational field. To him, everything is frequency: health, the mind, physical spaces. Biogeometry works with symbols and forms that resonate with what he calls balanced energy quality, a neutral frequency capable of restoring harmony in systems out of balance. At the core, both Bashar and Karim point to the same essential truth. Everything we feel, think, or experience is vibration, and this vibration attracts by resonance everything that is in the same tune, as the old saying goes, like attracts like. But what does this mean in practice? Imagine you're having a terrible day, irritated, frustrated, burdened. This emotional state generates a specific frequency, heavier, more contracted. If you stay in it, you're likely to attract situations, people, and experiences that confirm this same pattern. It's as if reality is saying, this is your station, then here's more of it. Now imagine the opposite. Something awakens a true excitement within you, a new project, a creative idea, a meaningful memory. Instantly, your vibration shifts, you change your station, and with it, reality responds differently. Bashar calls this a quantum leap. You are not just changing your mood, you are literally shifting timelines, entering a different version of reality, one that matches this new vibration. This doesn't mean miracles happen instantly, although sometimes they do. It means that you've repositioned yourself, and from there, you begin to attract new possibilities, connections, and events that vibrate at the same frequency. This knowledge echoes very ancient traditions. In the Hindu tradition, for example, the chakras, the body's energy centers, are associated with specific frequencies, which influence everything from survival instincts to states of unconditional love and enlightenment. In Sufism, a mystical branch of Islam, it's said that the human heart is like a mirror. When it's clean, it reflects divine light. When it's clouded, it distorts reality. And in this context, emotion is the cloth that cleanses this mirror. Everything leads us back to the essential question: what frequency are you choosing right now? Yes, choosing. Because vibrating is not a random occurrence, it's a choice. And this doesn't mean denying difficult emotions or pretending to be happy. It means recognizing that each internal state directly shapes the form that reality takes. This awareness is liberating. It paves the way for a new emotional responsibility, not based on control, but on conscious creation. Want to try? Start with something simple, an emotional tracker. Every hour, ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Is this elevating me or pulling me down? That's it. Over time, this habit will reveal patterns. And, most importantly, it will show you where there's room for transformation. Another powerful tool is Bashar's excitement anchor. Whenever something excites you, even if it seems small, follow that trail. It could be cooking a new recipe, reading an interesting book, listening to music that moves you. Follow that thread. These moments are portals to versions of reality where you're more aligned with your higher self. And then comes a deeper question. If we can change our reality by changing our vibration, what else could be possible if we truly understood our power? The truth is, many of us already intuitively feel this. We sense it. But few dive into this wisdom to its full extent. The universe is a vibrational orchestra, and each one of us is a living instrument in this cosmic symphony. Ancient peoples knew this. They deciphered the language of the stars, the earth, and the spirit. And now, this ancestral wisdom resurges with strength through the lens of modern science. What we once called magic, we now call energy, frequency, and vibration. Spiritual practices are not just symbolic rituals. They are precise tools for energetic realignment. Meditation, conscious breathing, mantras, sound frequencies, all of them reconnect us with the source, the cosmic intelligence that vibrates in everything. Science is beginning to confirm what the masters have always known. The body is made of energy. The mind influences matter. And emotions shape the subtle field around us. Quantum physics shows that there is no real separation between the observer and the observed, that our intentions, thoughts, and emotions, even the subtlest ones, directly impact the physical world. This revelation changes everything. It removes us from the role of victims of fate and places us as conscious co-creators of reality. In this new paradigm, spirituality and technology are not opposites. They complement each other. There are already devices capable of measuring and adjusting subtle frequencies. Vibrational medicine is emerging, and with it, a new ethics, the vibrational ethics. Everything that vibrates communicates. We are in constant dialogue with the universe. Every thought is an emission, every choice an activation of possibilities. There is no neutral zone in vibrational terms. Either we are in harmony with the forces of creation, or we are in dissonance. And understanding this may be the most important spiritual leap humanity has ever made. This union between science and ancestral wisdom reminds us we are not separate from the whole. We are a part of it. The energy we call divine is not distant in the sky. It pulses now, in every atom, in every breath. The spirit is not something abstract. It is a living, dynamic, accessible presence. We just need to know how to tune into it. That is the great key to tune in. True transformation does not come from memorizing concepts. It comes from experiencing directly that connection. When we silence the noise of the world, we access that sacred space where the ego dissolves, and only the essential vibration remains. It is there where healing happens. It is there that the answers emerge. It is there that life begins to make sense. And all of this begins with one simple gesture: turning inward, learning to listen, tuning yourself. Imagine if everyone around you knew that your personal vibration affects not only your own health, but the collective reality. Elevated thoughts and loving attitudes would no longer be just moral ideals. They would be recognized as real forces, shaping the world. Picture entire communities vibrating at a high frequency, manifesting together a more harmonious, more conscious, more just planet. This vision is not fantasy, it's already happening. And every awakened being, each one who understands their role in the great symphony, accelerates this transformation. But it doesn't happen on its own. You have to choose to elevate your vibration. You have to practice. And above all, you have to remember. Remember that you are part of something infinitely greater, and that this cosmic force is alive within you, waiting for your awakening. Everything you need is already there, within your own consciousness, ready to be accessed. All change begins when you understand your role as a co-creator. True transformation starts within us the moment we become aware of the power that resides in our vibrations. By understanding that we are co-creators of our reality, we open the door to a new world where harmony, peace, and light become more than ideals. They become tangible possibilities. You already carry within you the key to this revolution. The force that moves the universe pulses inside you, waiting to be activated. It's not an easy path, but it's the only one that can lead to true freedom and fulfillment. So the question is, what frequency will you choose to vibrate at from now on? The answer is in your heart, in your commitment to awakening your own consciousness. Tune in to the truth that resonates within you and watch how, little by little, the world around you begins to reflect this transformation. Now, as we reach the end of this revealing expedition, I want to express my deepest gratitude to you for staying with us until the end. Your dedication and curiosity are the fuel that drives us to explore, demystify, and share these intriguing stories. I want to share something special with you. As a fan of the Map of Higher Self channel, you are about to embark on a unique journey of self-discovery and mental formation. I present to you the Map of Higher Self, a revolutionary ebook that will redefine your mental reality. As the creator of this content and leader of the Map of Higher Self channel, I'm sharing my deepest experiences and valuable lessons with you. Each chapter of this ebook is a reflection of my journey, filled with practical lessons I've lived and transformed into wisdom. Don't miss this opportunity to transform your life. Click the link in the pinned comment and start your journey towards self-knowledge and positivity today. Imagine yourself for a moment as one of the ancient explorers who ventured into unknown territories, guided only by the flame of curiosity and the thirst for knowledge. Every piece of information, every symbol deciphered, is like a map leading us deeper into the labyrinth of the unknown. And just like those explorers, you too are now a little closer to the truth, carrying with you a new understanding of the forces that shape our world. Your presence here is not just a personal achievement, but a valuable contribution to a vibrant community of curious and knowledge-seeking individuals. Every view, every comment, every like is a step we take together toward a deeper and collective understanding. You are not just a spectator, you are a partner in this journey of discovery. So, as we close this chapter, I invite you to reflect on today's revelations and prepare for the next steps. We will continue unraveling secrets, questioning established truths, and exploring the mysteries around us. Your participation is essential, not just for the growth of this channel, but for the expansion of our horizon of knowledge. Until the next discovery. And remember, the real power lies in questioning and understanding what is beyond the visible. And before you go, don't miss these 2 videos I've selected especially for you. They're packed with deep knowledge and fascinating discoveries that you'll love. Click on one of them and continue your journey of self-discovery and the pursuit of wisdom with the amazing content our channel has to offer.